Welcome to Grumpy Wolf Reacts. I am Grumpy Wolf. Today, I'm reacting to Norman Sann. How do I move forward? This was just released, I want to say yesterday. I was right, yesterday. Uh, so this is the first new drop of his I've caught and reacted to as quickly as I could. Hope you all enjoy it. I've been enjoying my journey through this man's music. He's a very good rapper, and so far everything I've heard, he doesn't lean into the profanity as much, which I'm here for either way. I just think it takes a little more skill to do it without the profanities, but I'm definitely here for them. I'm not hating on anyone who does who, who makes their music that way. Uh just a personal feeling I have. Anyways, Howlers, thank you for showing up and showing love as you always do. It means the world to me. Chop, what are you doing? He got into the trash can while I was making breakfast or in the shower this morning. Hey, come here. Chop. Hey, good boy. You have a little nap? You want to say hi? Before we move on, come here. Ow, I need to get those nails trimmed. There you go. Good boy. Say hi to the beautiful people. They love you. They tell me to give you treats all the time. If I listened to them, you'd be a fat boy. All right. If this is your first time on my channel, how I handle my reactions is I do a single playthrough where I pause, I talk, I give my thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the music. If you wish to enjoy this in its uninterrupted form, please check out that link in the description down below to support the artist on their channel. It is the most important thing you could do for us reactors. We reactors are not replacements for the artist. We are promoters for the artist. So let's work together. Also in that description will be links to my Discord and Patreon if you wish to join. Please check those out. With all that being said, let's get into the music.
I felt I'd only make it as a baller or a rapper. And if that didn't work, I'd be a mega church pastor. When it comes to golden glory, I'm not sure who's the master. Will me and God have smoke when I turn into ashes? Yeah, see, navigating life as a bastard in a world that try to break you and make you work through the fractures. I hide all the pain through the smile and some laughter, but under the grin, there's pure envy, call it Nevada. We stuck in the middle like Malcolm, with only lint inside our pocket. Gotta devise a plan to take what isn't ours like Team Rocket. The system failed us, the whole block we on is Babylon. Like being awkward with the basketball, we just carry on. Funny how the street don't teach us about Wall Street, just how to scrape up bail money and post a bond. When all you know is hell, evil mold you as a spawn. But the truth is, we can't all be saints like LeBron. You got me saying. As hell, evil mold you as a spawn. But the truth is, we can't all be saints like LeBron. You got me saying.
He is cooking. Going deep with what he's saying right now. If all that influences you is evil, like, and you don't know no better. Forget who I was talking to about it, but maybe it's just stuff I think about sometimes, and I feel like I'm talking to someone. But no, I think I was having a conversation with someone about it. Certain words I've used growing up that are not accepted well. Um, you hear them, and people who are supposed to be guiding you through life are using them. Hateful words. I don't want to get into them and say them on mic, but certain words I've had to train out of my vocabulary because it was common to say at a certain time. Um, so now instead of using these words to say something negative, I'll just say, "Oh, that's dumb. That's stupid." It tends to get on the manager's uh, nerves at work. That's all you say. I'm like, the things I used to say, I don't say anymore. So that's what I replaced them with. Um, but going through that, learning like the adults in my life that are supposed to help shape you, they're not perfect. They're not going to give you everything that you need in life. They will give you direction. They will give you shelter. They will financially help you if that is their role in your life. But they aren't there to give you your opinions. You're there to make those yourself and learn from your experiences in life. Um, this quote, I forget where it came from. I want to say it was a George Carlin clip, but I could be wrong. But whatever, and this was politically based when being talked about, but it could be used in life in general. Like anything you support, you should be questioning that more than the stuff you're not supporting. You can't just blindly follow because it sounds good. You need to do research. You need to check it out. Ask some questions. Because for all you know, they could be some shady ass people behind the curtain and put it on a good front in front of the camera. But nice little rant there. Let's let them cook.
I felt I'd only make it as a baller or a rapper. And if that didn't work, I'd be a mega church pastor. When it comes to golden glory, I'm not sure who's the master. Will me and God have smoke when I turn into ashes? Yeah, see, navigating life as a bastard in a world that try to break you and make you work through the fractures. I hide all the pain through the smile and some laughter, but under the grin is pure envy, call it Nevada. We stuck in the middle like Malcolm, with only lint inside our pocket. Gotta devise a plan to take what isn't ours like Team Rocket. The system failed us, the whole block we on is Babylon. Like being awkward with the basketball, we just carry on. Funny how the street don't teach us about Wall Street, just how to scrape up bail money and post a bond. When all you know is hell, evil mold you as a spawn. But the truth is, we can't all be saints like LeBron. They got me saying, dear Lord, how do I move forward? Money, power, fame held me back too long. Good God, I feel like a fraud. It's time me and the man in the mirror had a talk. Cause when trauma's left untreated, it can spread like a cancer. Will a chemotherapy come in the form of a stanza? Or will it forever be in our blood like Bruce Banner's gamma? This is a handmade tale like June losing Hannah. I see similarities to my world and Gilead. But whatever, I ain't got time for these silly ass mortals who in combat over quarters. I ain't proud we getting pennies, dog. This a real life horror. Somewhere I lost myself, I had to get back on course. I just pray
He's cooking, man. This right here might be the most deep song I've heard him do. Like his stuff's been real fun, real boppy. This has a message to it here. Self-reflection, fucking so much going on here. Hard for me to grasp it all and be able to just put it out there without pausing every 5 seconds and like calling it out as I hear it. But man, I love his inputs. I love the knowledge he's given, you know. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But yeah, he's just I gotta have a face. Was it a face to face with that man in the mirror? Who hasn't had that talk? But also, when you're having that talk with yourself in the mirror, make sure to give yourself some love too, because you can't just bash yourself. That shit sticks. You need to love yourself. Let's let him continue.
come come in the form of a stanza? Or will it forever be in our blood like Bruce Banner's gamma? This is a handmade tale like June losing Hannah. I see similarities to my world and Gilead, but whatever, I ain't got time for these silly ass mortals who in combat over quarters. I ain't proud we getting pennies, dog, this a real life horror. Somewhere I lost myself, I had to get back on course. I just pray I break the chains of the bondage that I frequently endorse. They got me saying, dear Lord, how do I move forward? Money, power, fame held me back too long. Good God, I feel like a fraud. It's time me and the man in the mirror had a talk. But it's easy to ignore us. I grew up with hope was ration and every dream came with a shortage. A demographic of fake Moors who swung us in the forest. The stereotypes that grew from the blood and the soil, not the sweat from the toil. They commercialized the struggle, treating poverty like fashion. Steal our ideas, repackage it, then cash it. Working hard for them, but we never get their benefits. You can't refuse to educate somebody, then call them ignorant.
He just spoke some facts.
I grew up with hope was ration and every dream came with a shortage. A demographic of fake Moors who swung.
Every dream came with a shortage. Like, you could dream all you want, but with the way the system's built, you're only going to get so far. And any time you get close to affecting the income of these big individuals, these huge super companies out there that own basically everything, they're going to go down one of two paths. They're going to come at you and try to destroy what you're building, or they're going to try and buy you out. And if you don't accept the big fat check, you're going to get destroyed. They will do whatever they can to get you out of their way. At least that's how it works here in the United States of America. I assume elsewhere, but I don't know. It's ridiculous. Like, consumerism could work if we had the mom and pop stores. It doesn't work when 5 to 10 companies own everything and they benefit while we struggle. Like he's about to say, like, how do we work so hard but we don't got their benefits? Facts. That's why I paused and started talking. But the people who like own the fast food chains, they're making bank while the people actually doing the work to make sure they're making that money get scraps. It's ridiculous. Let's let them continue.
Us in the forest, the stereotypes that grew from the blood and the soil, not the sweat from the toil. They commercialized the struggle, treating poverty like fashion. Still I
commercialize the struggle. Try and make it look good, like appealing, like, oh, if you're doing this, you're doing the right thing. And then they try and market it to make money off your struggle. You aren't benefiting from that. Ugh. I want to break this system.
A demographic of fake Moors who swung us in the forest. The stereotypes that grew from the blood and the soil, not the sweat from the toil. They commercialized the struggle, treating poverty like fashion. Steal our ideas, repackage it, then cash it. Working hard for them, but we never get their benefits. You can't refuse to educate somebody, then call them ignorant. Tell me what's a halo to a head-deducted swordsman who tip the scales of justice using lies as extortion. They love to see me cooning, but hate when I'm non-conforming, which means that they love the artist, but don't care about Norman. I'm peeling back the layers of the characters that
Brother, I care about both. I love you as an artist, but the music you give comes from Norman. He's spitting. Definitely the deepest song I've heard him do so far. I'm sure there's others out there. I just haven't found them yet. But he dropped this, and I wanted to get to it. I don't know, I'm loving more and more of these independent artists are getting brave enough to speak their mind. They're not trying to make us think like them. They are trying to give us a starting of open dialogue to talk about these things, to think about these things. It is not bad to talk about politics or religion or any of these sensitive topics that people say shouldn't be talked about. It's how we talk about them. We could talk to people with opposing beliefs as long as we could not turn it into an insult war. And what I've noticed, when either side gets hit with facts that contradict what they are saying or believe in from that side, they tend to just lash out. I am one of these individuals who can be like that. Not typically politically, because I think all sides are corrupt and they're working us against each other to divide us, so we're easier to control. There is no left, there is no right. It's all the same thing behind closed doors, and they're trying to screw us over. All just tools to divide us and control us. At least that's what I believe.
Who tip the scales of justice using lies as extortion. They love to see me cooning but hate when I'm non-conforming, which means that they love the artist but don't care about Norman. I'm peeling back the layers of the characters that I've drawn, the achievements that I've covered, and the phases I've undergone from the time that I lived with Sean and moved away from my mom because the system was parasitical on the lower echelons. Will the world ever be fine? Of people who share my color, they steal it from my culture and lie and say that they love us. They treat us like Voldemort treated every single muggle as giving pure blood energy every time they discuss us. Dear Lord, how do I move forward? Money, power, fame held me back too long. Good God, I feel like a fraud. It's time me and the man in the mirror had a talk.
Ask me in DMs, Joe. I will not say here on stream or put it in chat, but I will tell you in DMs if you really wish to know. Not proud of them at all. If, sorry, got a little distracted there. If you enjoyed this song, please click the link in the description down below. Support the artist on their channel. It is the most important thing you could do for a reactor. If you enjoyed my reaction, please give me a like and subscribe. Comment down below. Check out those links to Discord and Patreon. Until next time, share the love, and everybody wins. Grumpy Wolf.